This chapter consists of the basic positions of ballet, including the positions of the feet, the arms, and the body, as well as poses such as attitudes and arabesques. Also found here are definitions of the vocabulary relating to the direction of movement of the legs and directions of travel through space. All subsequent chapters incorporate the positions and directions defined here. This chapter concludes with a demonstration of the 7 basic movements fundamental to ballet. Positions of the feet. Ballet is based on 5 positions of the feet, with the legs turned out from the hip socket. First position, or première. The feet are turned outwards to form as straight a line as possible with the heels touching. Second position, or deuxième. The feet are turned out with the heels separated by 1 or 1.5 times the length of the dancer's foot. Third position, or troisième. With the feet turned out, the heel of the front foot is placed in the hollow of the instep of the back foot. Fourth position, open, or quatrième ouverte. One foot is placed in front of the other with the heels opposite first position, the length of the dancer's foot apart. Fourth position, crossed, or quatrième croisé. One foot is placed in front of the other with the heels opposite fifth position, the length of the dancer's foot apart. Fifth position, or cinquième. One foot is placed in front of and touching the other. Here the heel of the front foot is crossed to the big toe joint of the back foot. Fifth position may also be done with the feet further crossed, so that the heel of one foot and the toe of the other are on the same line. Positions of the supporting foot. There are 5 positions of the supporting foot: pied à terre, or pied à plat, with the whole foot resting flat on the ground. Pied à quart, or quarter point, with the heel just off the floor. Pied à demi, or sur la demi-pointe, with the heel raised just enough to transfer the weight onto the ball of the foot. Pied à trois quarts, or three-quarter point, with the heel lifted as high as possible and the toes flat on the floor. Pied à pointe, or sur les pointes, on full point, with the weight supported on the ends of the toes and the instep fully stretched. Often the distinction between quarter, half, and three-quarter point and pied à trois quarts is called demi-point to distinguish it from full point. Height of the working leg. The working leg may execute a position or movement à terre or par terre, touching the ground. En l'air demi-position, or à la demi-hauteur at 45 degrees. En l'air, or à la hauteur, at hip height or 90 degrees. These terms are also used when the working leg is taken over 90 degrees. Directions of movement of the legs. The working leg may move in 3 directions relative to the body: devant, to the front, à la seconde, in second to the side, and derrière, to the back. An exercise is termed en quart when it is executed consecutively front, side, back, and side. Here, relevé lent is being performed en quart. The working leg may also trace a semicircular movement en dehors, outwards away from the supporting leg, and en dedans, inwards towards the supporting leg. These terms describe the relationship of the legs when they are both working. Devant. The front leg opens to the side and finishes front. Derrière. The back leg opens to the side and finishes back. Dessus. The back leg opens to the side and finishes over or in front. Dessous. The front leg opens to the side and finishes under or behind. En avant, the front leg opens to the front, finishing front. En arrière, the back leg opens to the back, finishing back. Directions of travel. A step or combination may be done sur place, on the spot, without traveling. En avant or en descendant, traveling forward. En arrière or en remontant, traveling backward. De côté, sideways to the dancer's left or right. And en diagonale, on a diagonal across the space. En manège refers to a step or combination which travels in a circle.
Coup de pied.
In sur the coup de pied, the working foot is placed on the ankle of the supporting leg. In the Russian method, coup de pied devant has the foot wrapped around the supporting ankle with the heel forward and the toes placed behind. In coup de pied derrière, the position of the working foot is maintained, but the heel is placed behind the supporting ankle. Coup de pied may also be done with the whole foot pointed devant or pointed coup de pied derrière. In Cecchetti, the heel of the working foot is placed just above the ankle bone, with the toes resting on the floor in coup de pied devant. In coup de pied derrière, this position is transferred to the back of the supporting ankle. Cecchetti also uses a coup de pied position with the working foot flexed parallel to the floor devant. The same applies to coup de pied derrière.
Retiré, raccourci.
In retiré or raccourci, the toe of the working foot may be placed devant, to the front of the supporting knee, or derrière, to the back of the supporting knee. In the Russian method, a turn in retiré is called en tire-bouchon. Passé indicates that one foot passes the other so that the position of the legs changes. Retiré passé en arrière. The front foot is drawn up the front of the leg to the side of the knee and lowered behind. Retiré passé en avant. The back leg likewise passes from back to front. Positions of the head. There are 5 basic positions: erect, raised, lowered, inclined or tilted, and turned. All other positions of the head are a combination of these.
Épaulement.
In épaulement, the upper body is turned from the waist with the head turned over the front shoulder. In fifth, if the same shoulder as leg front is brought forward, it is called croisé. In effacé, the opposite shoulder as leg front is brought forward. Here the upper body is turned away from the working leg with the head turned over the front shoulder. Positions of the arms. Cicchetti. In first position, the arms are slightly curved by the side of the body, fingertips lightly touching the side of the thighs. In second position, the arms are supported to the side just below shoulder height, slightly rounded in front of the body, palms facing front. In third, one arm is down in front of the body, the small finger just in front of the thigh. The other arm is curved to the side halfway between first and second, palm down. Fourth en avant, one arm is rounded in front of the body opposite the diaphragm, with the other arm in second position. Fourth en haut, one arm is rounded above and slightly in front of the head, so the fingertips may be seen in the dancer's peripheral vision. The other arm is in second position. Fifth en haut, both arms are rounded above and slightly in front of the head, so the fingertips can be seen in the dancer's peripheral vision, fingertips held 2 to 4 inches apart. Fifth en avant, both arms are rounded in front of the body opposite the diaphragm, palms facing in. Fifth en bas, the arms are down in front of the body, with the small fingers just in front of the thighs, palms facing in. In demi-seconde, the arms are held halfway between first and second, with the palms facing down. In offering position, from fifth en avant, the arms open slightly from the elbow and the wrists are turned up. This position is often used as a finish for pirouettes. Pas de chat. From fourth position, the front arm is brought into the body so that the forearm is parallel to the chest. The elbow and fingertips are slightly lower than the wrist, with the other arm extended slightly behind the body with the palm down. French. Bras au repos. The arms are slightly curved by the side of the body, fingertips lightly touching the side of the thighs. Position de départ. Position préparatoire. The arms are slightly rounded in front of the body, the small fingers just in front of the thighs. In first position, both arms are rounded in front of the body opposite the diaphragm. Second position, the arms are open to the side just below shoulder level, palms facing down. Third position, or bras en attitude, one arm is rounded above the head with the other to the side. Fourth position, one arm is rounded above the head with the other in front of the body, opposite the diaphragm. Fifth position, or bras en couronne, both arms are held rounded above and slightly in front of the head, fingertips slightly apart. Russian. Preparatory position. The arms are curved down in front of the body with the hands slightly in front of the thighs. First position. Both arms are rounded in front of the body, opposite the diaphragm, hands slightly apart. In second position, the arms are opened to the side at shoulder level, rounded slightly in front of the body, palms facing front. Third position, both arms are rounded above and slightly in front of the head, hands slightly apart. All other positions are formed from these basic positions of the arms.
Port de bras.
Port de bras means carriage of the arms. It may be performed as a separate exercise upon coming into the center after the bar to develop coordination of the arms and head. It also refers to use of the arms in coordination with the legs. Port de bras may include a bending of the body forward. A port de bras to the back is also called cambré. A port de bras done to the side. Here we see a circular port de bras being performed. Positions of the body. There are three basic body directions: en face or de face, facing front or directly toward the audience, croisé, or 1/8 of a turn away from the audience with the downstage leg front, so that the line of the back leg is crossed by the front leg when viewed from the audience, ouverte, or effacé. 1/8 of a turn is made away from the audience, with the upstage leg placed in front. Cecchetti. Croisé devant. Facing croisé, the front leg is extended devant. The same arm as supporting leg is in a slightly open fifth en haut, with the other arm demi-seconde, palm facing front. The head is turned and inclined toward the front. À la quatrième devant. Facing front, one leg is extended devant, with the arms in second position and the head erect. Écarté. Facing the corner, the downstage leg is extended in second. The same arm as extended leg is in a slightly open fifth on O, with the other arm demi-seconde, palm facing front. The head is turned and raised, looking into the palm of the upper hand. Effacé. Facing effacé, the front leg is extended devant. The same arm as supporting leg is in a slightly open fifth on O, with the other arm demi-seconde, palm front. The upper body leans slightly back, the head turned and inclined toward the audience. À la seconde. Facing front, one leg is extended to the side with the arms in second position and the head erect. Épaulé. Facing effacé, the back leg is extended derrière. The arms are in arabesque with the same arm front as leg back. The head is turned and inclined over the front arm. À la quatrième derrière. Facing front, one leg is extended derrière with the arms in second position and the head erect. Croisé derrière. Facing croisé, the back leg is extended derrière. The same arm as supporting leg is at fifth on O, with the other arm demi-seconde, palm facing front. The head inclines away from and looks under the upper arm toward the audience. Russian and French. Croisé devant. Facing croisé, the front leg is extended devant. The same arm as supporting leg is raised above the head with the other arm in second position. The head is turned toward the front with the body bent slightly back. Quatrième devant. Facing front, one leg is extended devant with the arms in second position and the head erect. Écarté devant, or seconde croisée. Facing the corner, the downstage leg is extended in second. The same arm as extended leg is just above the head, with the other arm in second position. The body inclines away from the working leg with the head turned toward the raised arm. To perform écarté derrière, or seconde ouverte, this position is turned so that the extended leg points toward the back corner. In this position, the head is turned toward the front arm, with a slight bend of the body backwards. Effacé devant, or quatrième devant ouverte. Facing effacé, the front leg is extended devant. The same arm as supporting leg is raised above the head with the other arm in second position. The upper body bends slightly back, with the head turned toward the raised arm. À la seconde. Facing front, one leg is extended to the side, with the arms second and the head erect. Effacé derrière, or quatrième derrière. Facing effacé, the back leg is extended derrière. The same arm as extended leg is raised above the head with the other in second. The body tilts slightly forward. The head turned and looking under the raised arm. À la quatrième derrière. Facing front, one leg is extended derrière with the arm second and the head erect. Croisé derrière. Facing croisé, the back leg is extended derrière. The same arm as extended leg is raised above the head with the other arm in second. The body tilts slightly forward and the head is turned toward the audience.
Attitude.
In attitude, the body is supported on one leg with the other bent either to the back or front. Here it is seen à terre. Demi-attitude is performed at half height, or 45 degrees. Most often it is seen en l'air at full height. Cecchetti. Croisé derrière. Facing croisé, the back leg is raised to attitude derrière. The same arm as raised leg is curved in front of the body, palm up, just above eye level, with the eyes directed into the palm of the hand. The other arm is an arabesque, extended behind the body. Croisé devant. Facing croisé, the front leg is raised to attitude devant. The same arm as supporting leg is in fifth on O, with the other arm in second position. The head turns and inclines toward the front. Effacé. Facing effacé, the back leg is raised to attitude derrière, the upper body bending slightly back. The same arm as raised leg is in fifth on O, with the other arm in second. The head turns and inclines toward the raised arm. French. Croisé derrière. Facing croisé, the back leg is raised to attitude. The same arm as raised leg is above the head, with the other arm in second. The body tilts slightly toward the supporting leg, with the head turned front. Ouverte. Facing ouverte, the back leg is raised in attitude. The same arm as raised leg is above the head, with the other arm in second. The body is slightly tilted to the supporting leg, with the head slightly raised and turned towards the front. De face. Facing front, one leg is raised attitude derrière. The same arm as raised leg is above the head, with the other arm in second. The head is turned towards the raised arm. Russian. Croisé derrière. Facing croisé, the back leg is raised to attitude. The body inclines slightly to the supporting leg. The same arm as raised leg is above the head, with the other arm in second. The head is turned towards the lower arm. Effacé. Facing effacé, the back leg is raised to attitude, with the body inclined slightly forward. The same arm as raised leg is above the head, with the other in second. The head is turned, looking under the raised arm. Croisé devant. Facing croisé, the front leg is raised to attitude. The opposite arm to raised leg is above the head, with the other in second. The head is turned towards the lower arm.
Arabesque.
Arabesque is a position in which the body is supported on one leg and the other leg is fully extended behind at any desired height. Arabesque penché. Starting from an arabesque at hip height, the whole position is tilted forward, maintaining the relationship of the body and leg. Arabesque allongé. From an arabesque at hip height, the back leg is raised and the body lowered so that the line of the body and leg forms a slight curve. Arabesque allongé à terre. The supporting leg is in demi-plié with the other leg extended behind the body and the whole foot on the ground. Arabesque piqué à terre. The supporting leg is in demi-plié with the other leg extended behind the body and pointed on the ground. Cicchetti. First arabesque. The same arm as supporting leg is placed front in a line opposite the space between the eyes. The other arm is extended to the back with the shoulders square so that both arms are in a line. Second arabesque. The same arm as raised leg is placed front in a line opposite the space between the eyes with the other arm extended to the back so that both arms are in a line. The head is turned and inclined over the front arm. Third arabesque. Both arms are extended in front of the body, shoulder width apart. The front arm is at shoulder level with the back arm raised at eye level. Fourth arabesque is second arabesque in demi-plie, facing croisé. Fifth arabesque is third arabesque executed in demi-plie, also facing croisé. French. Arabesque ouverte. Facing ouverte, the back leg is raised, tilting the body slightly forward. The same arm as supporting leg is placed front with the other arm extended behind. The shoulders are open slightly to the front with the head looking over the front arm. Arabesque croisé. Facing croisé, the back leg is raised, tilting the body slightly forward. The same arm as raised leg is placed front with the other arm extended behind. The shoulders are open slightly with the head looking over the front arm. Russian. First arabesque. Facing the side, the downstage leg is raised in arabesque with the body tilted slightly forward. The same arm as supporting leg is placed in front opposite the shoulder with the other arm extended behind without allowing the shoulders to turn. Second arabesque. Facing the side, the downstage leg is raised in arabesque with the body tilted slightly forward. The same arm as raised leg is directly in front of the shoulder with the other arm extended behind. The head is turned over the front arm toward the audience. Third arabesque. Facing croisé, the back leg is raised in arabesque with the body tilted slightly forward. The same arm as raised leg is placed front, opposite the shoulder, with the other arm extended to the side. Fourth arabesque. Facing croisé, the back leg is raised in arabesque with the upper body erect. The same arm as supporting leg is placed front with the other arm extended behind. The upper body is turned away from the audience with the head turned and inclined over the front arm. 7 movements of dance. Ballet is comprised of 7 basic types of movement. Plier, to bend. Étendre, to stretch. Relever, to rise. Glisser, to glide. Sauter, to jump. Tourner, to turn. And élancer, to dart. Bar work consists of a series of exercises with one or both hands lightly resting on the bar. These exercises are designed to build progressively, warming up the muscles in preparation for the center. In addition, bar work is designed to develop flexibility of the muscles and joints, continuity of movement, quick, precise footwork, as well as generally strengthening the muscles of the legs and feet. Complementary movements such as battement may be combined in the construction of one exercise, which may be repeated with a demi-plie or on demi-pointe. Arms and head are used in coordination with the movement. A balance may be incorporated during or at the end of an exercise to ensure that the dancer is on balance and not placing too much weight on the bar.
Plié.
To perform demi-plie, the knees are bent as much as possible without raising the heels and stretched in a smooth, continuous movement. Throughout, the knees are kept well turned out over the toes. A grand plié is a natural extension of a demi-plié. In first, third, fourth crossed, and fifth positions, the dancer passes through demi-plié before allowing the heels to rise and achieve the full depth of the grand plié. The heels are then lowered, passing through demi-plié as the legs are stretched. In second and fourth open, the full depth of the grand plié is achieved without raising the heels.
Battement tendu simple.
From a closed position, the working foot extends along the floor, allowing the heel to rise until the foot is fully stretched in pointe tendue, toes resting on the floor. To close, the heel lowers and the foot slides into position. During the battement tendu, the weight is transferred onto the supporting leg as the foot is extended. On closing, the weight is supported equally between both legs.
Battement tendu relevé, double battement tendu.
From a closed position, the working leg is extended as in battement tendu. Transferring the weight as little as possible, the heel is lowered through the foot, lengthening the leg from the hip joint, and pointed again before closing. Alternatively, the heel can be lowered with a forceful movement, closing the working foot as much as necessary so that no weight is transferred without lowering the working hip.
Battement dégagé, battement glissé, battement tendu jeté.
From a closed position, the working foot brushes along the floor until extended just off the ground. The foot returns strongly along the floor in closing the movement each time.
Piqué, pointé.
From an open position in the air, the toe of the working foot strikes the floor and rebounds. This movement can be executed as many times as desired. Piqué is not performed alone, but may be combined with a variety of exercises such as battement frappé, rond de jambe, and grand battement.
Petit retiré.
From fifth position, the working foot is raised to the supporting ankle and closed, seen here alternating back and front. Although not shown, petit retiré may also be performed continuously in first.
Flic-flac. Fouetté à terre.
Starting dégagé second, the working foot brushes coup de pied back, opens slightly side, and brushes coup de pied front. A half turn en dehors may be made with each movement of the working foot to coup de pied. En dedans, the working foot brushes coup de pied front and back. Here, a half turn is made with each movement of the working foot to coup de pied. Another way of turning is to remain facing front on the first movement to coup de pied and executing a complete turn on the second movement.
Rond de jambe à terre, rond de jambe par terre.
En dehors. The working foot describes a half circle away from the supporting leg in a smooth, continuous movement. En dedans, the movement is reversed, describing the half circle along the floor towards the supporting leg. In demi rond de jambe à terre, the working leg executes a quarter circle en dehors or en dedans.
Grand rond de jambe à terre.
This step consists of a rond de jambe à terre executed with a supporting leg in demi-plié. En dehors, the half circle is described from front to back. En dedans, from back to front. In demi-grand rond de jambe à terre, the working leg executes a quarter circle en dehors or en dedans with a supporting leg in demi-plié.
Rond de jambe jeté.
En dehors. This movement starts tendu derrière. From here, the working leg brushes forward through first position into a small attitude. The leg stretches as it is thrown to its full height in second and is then lowered tendu derrière. En dedans, the movement is reversed, brushing the leg to a small attitude derrière, to its full height in second, then lowering tendu devant.
battement fondu.
As the supporting leg bends, the working foot is placed coup de pied. Both legs stretch simultaneously, extending the working leg to an open position. Here it is seen à terre. Battement fondu may also be executed en l'air at 45 degrees. Here it is taken at 90 degrees, rising to demi-point as both legs stretch. In double battement fondu, a second demi-plie is done in coup de pied before stretching the legs simultaneously to the open position.
Battement soutenu.
As the working leg is extended point tendu, the supporting leg performs a demi-plie. The supporting leg is then stretched while the extended leg is assembled simultaneously in fifth. The working leg may also be taken en l'air at 45 or 90 degrees, and the legs may be assembled in fifth on demi-point. A turn en dehors may be executed towards the back leg as the legs are assembled in fifth on demi-point. En dedans, the turn is performed towards the front leg. Battement soutenu is also performed with a petit ou grand développé, finishing point tendu and demi-plie. The legs are then assembled in fifth position as before. When performed in this manner, it may also be termed ballotté.
Détourné.
Starting with a relevé in fifth, a turn is made towards the back foot, allowing the feet to change before lowering. When done with a half turn, it is termed demi-détourné. A full détourné is executed with a complete turn in the direction of the back foot.
Battement frappé.
Starting coup de pied flexed parallel to the floor, the ball of the foot strikes the ground, finishing extended just off the floor. The foot then returns directly to the flexed position. Or the foot can be placed in the wrapped position coup de pied, the toes lightly brushing the floor on the extension. Although not seen here, the foot may also be extended directly from the wrapped position to point tendu. Here we see the foot extended directly from the flexed position to point tendu. Doubles may be performed by changing the working foot coup de pied back in front with a small opening to the side, or vice versa, before extending. Here the entire foot is pointed in front or behind the supporting ankle before the extension. and repeated with doubles on a rise.
Rond de jambe en l'air.
Starting in second, the working foot traces an elongated D with a semicircular movement taking place in front of the working leg. En dehors, the circular movement occurs as the leg extends to second. En dedans, it occurs as the foot is brought into the supporting leg. A double circle en dehors or en dedans may be executed before extending the leg to second as before. In another way of performing rond de jambe en l'air, the working foot traces as much of a circle behind the supporting leg as in front. Rond de jambe en l'air may be executed at both 45 and 90 degrees.
Rond de jambe en l'air balancé.
A series of rond de jambe en l'air are executed alternating en dehors and en dedans without closing.
Temps relevé.
En dehors, the working foot is raised, retiré devant, extended front at 90 degrees in demi-plié, and carried to second while straightening the supporting leg. En dedans, the process is reversed. Alternatively, temps relevé may be performed taking the working leg to demi-attitude before carrying it to second.
Relevé lent.
The working foot is extended along the floor through pointe tendue and raised slowly to 90 degrees. The movement finishes by lowering the foot through pointe tendue into the closed position.
Battement développé.
From a closed position, the working foot is raised through coup de pied to retirer and unfolded in a smooth, continuous, développé movement to an extended position in the air. To lower, the foot passes through pointe tendue into the closed position.
Grand rond de jambe en l'air.
En dehors. From an extended position to the front at 90 degrees, the working leg traces a half circle in the air through second to the back. En dedans, the movement is reversed, passing from the back through second to the front. When only a quarter circle is drawn with a working leg, it is termed demi-grand rond de jambe en l'air.
Battement tendu pour la batterie.
From tendu second, the working leg crosses front, rebounds to the side, and crosses behind before opening second. The movement is then reversed. On demi-pointe, the crossing movement is executed continuously, opening slightly to the side each time.
Petit battement sur le coup de pied.
Starting coup de pied, foot relaxed, toes resting on the floor, a series of small beats are performed alternating back and front, opening slightly to the side each time. Petit battement may also be done with the working foot wrapped in coup de pied. Here it is seen with the whole foot pointed coup de pied back and front.
Battement battu, battement serré, petit battement sur le talon.
Supporting foot demi-pointe, the working foot does a series of small beats, coup de pied devant. Here done at the side of the supporting ankle, and in coup de pied derrière.
Battement retiré.
From retiré passé, the working foot is closed fifth with a strong staccato movement rebounding to passé. This is performed alternately closing front and back.
Grand battement jeté.
The working foot brushes along the floor through pointe tendue, throwing the leg into the air. From its full height, it is lowered with control through pointe tendue into the closed position.
Grand battement fini piqué, grand battement jeté pointé.
The working leg is thrown into the air as in grand battement and is lowered pointe tendue. From here it rebounds to its full height before closing.
Fouetté battement, grand battement arrondi, grand battement en rond.
En En dehors. In one sweeping movement, the working leg is thrown to the front, through second, to the back before closing. En dedans, the movement is reversed, passing from the back, through second, to the front. The leg reaches its highest point in second position, both en dehors and en dedans.
Grand battement développé.
The working foot is raised to retirer and thrown with a développé movement to an extended position in the air before closing.
Grand battement enveloppé, grand battement raccourci, grand battement retiré.
The working leg is thrown into the air as in grand battement. At its utmost height, the leg is drawn into retiré and lowered into the closed position.
Grand battement en cloche, battement balancé.
The working leg is thrown continuously front and back, passing through first each time while keeping the body erect. Here it is performed in attitude. Or grand battement en cloche executed with a straight leg.
Balançoire. Grand battement en balançoire.
The working leg is thrown continuously front and back, passing through first position. In this movement, the body tilts an equal amount away from the working leg each time.
La jambe sur la barre.
A variety of stretches, also called assouplissement, may be performed. Here, with the leg resting on the bar, forward, back, or side bends may be performed. Although not seen, the leg may also slide along the bar.
D'étirer, pied dans la main, shouldering the leg.
The hand grasps the heel of the working foot, extending the leg forward in demi-plie. The leg is then carried side while stretching the supporting leg. This chapter consists of those steps which serve to link or to connect other movements. Linking steps might be used as preparation for a jump or pirouette, to change direction, to change legs, or to join one position with another.
Pas marcher.
In pas marcher, a series of steps is performed, extending the leg with a small développé and smoothly transferring the weight through the foot each time.
Couper.
A coupe is any step in which one foot cuts away and replaces the other as supporting foot. Here one foot cuts away the other through demi-pointe, finishing on a flat supporting foot, placing the other coup de pied. Here, the foot in coup de pied steps into fifth on demi-pointe, immediately cutting the other leg to second. coupé is also performed jumped, with one leg cutting away the other through fifth in the air.
Chassé.
Starting fifth in demi-plie, the whole foot slides along the floor into an open position, maintaining the demi-plie and finishing with the weight equally distributed between both legs. In chassé-passé, the working foot stretches to the side of the ankle, changing feet, and continuing the chassé as before. Chassé may also start from pointe tendue and demi-plie. Here the toes slide along the floor until the weight is transferred onto the working foot in demi-plie, with the other leg extended, pointe tendue.
Coupé chassé. Galop.
This step consists of a coupé through fifth position in the air, followed by a chassé. Here it is seen with a coupé under and a chassé en avant. Although not shown, a complete turn may be made toward the front foot during the coupé, followed by the chassé as before. Here the step is performed de côté with the coupé under and the chassé traveling side.
Tomber.
This movement begins with one leg extended in the air. With a falling motion, the weight is transferred onto the extended leg, finishing in demi-plie. Here the tombe is taken once from a flat supporting foot and from demi-point in each direction.
Piquer, poser, jeter.
A step is made onto a straight leg. It may finish with a flat supporting foot on demi or on full point. The other leg may be taken to any desired position. Here poser is taken once to an extended position and once to retirer in each direction.
Pas de bourrée.
From fifth, one leg extends dégagé and demi-plie, then assembles fifth on demi-point. Stepping open to the other foot on demi-point, the first foot is closed fifth and demi-plie. Although not shown, the first foot may start coup de pied instead of dégagé. En dedans, a pas de bourrée over is executed with the back foot while turning. En dehors, a pas de bourrée under is performed with the front foot while turning. Pas de bourrée en tournant may also begin with a rond de jambe en dehors or en dedans before executing the corresponding pas de bourrée.
Pas de bourrée ouvert.
From fifth, one leg extends dégagé in demi-plié, then steps open on demi-pointe. The other foot closes fifth on demi-pointe, chasing the first leg into an open position in demi-plié. Although not part of the movement, a tendu is done to close in preparation for the next pas de bourrée ouvert.
Pas de bourrée piqué.
Starting and finishing coup de pied in demi-plié, a pas de bourrée is done picking up the released foot to coup de pied or retiré with each step made on demi-pointe. This step may be performed en dedans or en dehors by doing a pas de bourrée piqué over or under, respectively.
Glissade. Starting in fifth position with a demi-plié, one leg is extended just off the floor.
With a small lilting movement, both legs stretch, transferring the weight in the direction of the leg which began the movement. The second foot is extended just off the floor and closes fifth position demi-plié.
Glissade piquée, glissade précipitée, glissade pressée.
Glissade piqué is a small, quick glissade, often used as a preparation for a jump or followed by a posé.
Ballonné piqué.
A series of small springs is performed on the whole foot. The working foot is extended front just off the floor and drawn back to the middle of the supporting foot on landing, striking the floor sharply.
Contretemps.
From tendu croisé derrière with a coupé under turning to effacé, the front foot chassés forward into a temps levé and arabesque. Then the back leg chassés forward, finishing fourth in demi-plié. Here the dancer stretches the back leg and chassés forward in preparation for the next contretemps. Contretemps is also executed with a rond de jambe movement to replace the supporting foot. Again, the dancer stretches the back leg tendu derrière and chassés forward as preparation for the next contretemps. Here, contretemps starts with a rond de jambe movement and chassés forward as before. After closing fifth and demi-plié, the dancer jumps and travels forward, landing arabesque before the final chassé to fourth. A tendu derrière and chassé en avant are done to prepare for the next contretemps. In demi-contretemps, a temps levé is performed in arabesque, turning from croisé to effacé. The back foot chasses forward, finishing fourth in demi-plié. A tendu derrière and chassé en avant are done in preparation for the next demi-contretemps. Here, demi-contretemps is done with a small attitude in place of the arabesque.
Failli.
Jumping from fifth position croisé, both legs are held fifth in the air, turning to effacé. It continues, landing in arabesque, the back foot chasses to fourth, transferring the weight onto the front leg. Center practice refers to those movements performed at the bar which are repeated in the center to increase strength and balance. They may also be combined with other movements such as pirouettes. Only those exercises are shown here which have not previously been demonstrated at the bar.
Temps lié.
Starting fifth with a demi-plié, one foot extends tendu. The weight is transferred through demi-plié to the other foot, stretching the legs to tendu and closing fifth. Here the dancer steps onto demi-pointe and assembles the legs in fifth before lowering. Another way of executing temps lié is with a plié in fifth and a chassé into the open position. Temps lié also done with a développé in demi-plié, stepping onto a straight leg and raising the second leg to the desired position, here done to demi-pointe.
Battement divisé en quart.
En dehors. Starting fifth, the front foot is raised retiré devant and extended front at 90 degrees in demi-plié. As the supporting leg rises demi-pointe, the working leg is carried side, making a quarter turn en dehors. The supporting heel is then lowered, bringing the working foot retiré devant. Executed 4 times, this makes a complete turn. En dedans, the process is reversed, raising the back foot to retirer derrière and extending it back. As the supporting leg rises to demi-point, the working leg is carried side, making a quarter turn en dedans. Although not seen here, this exercise may be done with half and full turns. In pirouettes, one or more turns is performed on one leg on demi or full point. The other leg may be placed in a variety of positions. Pressing the feet against the ground and the closing of the arms provides drive for multiple turns. The head spots, being the last part of the body to leave the front during the turn and the first to arrive.
Pirouette.
A pirouette en dehors is a turn on one leg on demi or full point away from the supporting leg. The other foot is taken to the front of the supporting leg, usually at knee height, although it may also be placed at the base of the calf or at the ankle. Pirouette en dehors from fifth. Pirouette en dehors from fourth. Pirouette en dehors from second. Although not shown here, pirouettes may also be taken from grand plié. A pirouette en dedans is a turn on one leg on demi or full point toward the supporting leg. The other foot is taken to the front of the supporting leg, usually at knee height, although it may also be placed at the base of the calf or at the ankle. Here, pirouette en dedans is seen from fifth position. Here from fourth, the foot is taken directly to the front of the supporting knee. From fourth, the working leg may also be whipped to second in demi-plié before placing it in front of the supporting knee.
Grande pirouette.
A grande pirouette is a turn on demi or full point with the leg held at 90 degrees in any desired position. The arms may also be held in a variety of positions. Here it is done en dehors, away from the supporting leg, in attitude derrière. Grand pirouette en dehors in second position. Grand pirouette en dehors in arabesque. Grand pirouette en dehors in attitude devant. Here we see grand pirouette en dedans toward the supporting leg in attitude derrière. Grand pirouette en dedans in second position. Grand pirouette en dedans in arabesque. Grande pirouette en dedans in attitude devant. Grande pirouette can also be done consecutively, here en dehors in second position.
Grande pirouette sautillée, pirouette sautée.
With one leg held at 90 degrees and the supporting leg in demi-plie, a series of small hops are done on the whole foot while turning. Adage consists of slow sustained movements executed following center practice. These movements are designed to develop strength, balance, sense of line, smooth expressive movements of the arms and head, and musicality.
Promenade, tour lent.
A promenade is a turn pivoting on the ball of the supporting foot with the other leg in any desired position, here seen en dedans in arabesque. En dedans in attitude devant. Though not seen here, it is also performed en dehors.
Fouetté, fouetté effacé, fouetté au vadage, grand fouetté.
Starting with one leg front at 90 degrees, the supporting heel pivots en dedans, passing through second to arabesque. The movement may also be reversed, starting with the leg back at 90 degrees, pivoting en dehors, passing through second to the front. When executed in this direction, it may also be termed rotation.
Renversé.
En dehors. Starting attitude or arabesque, croisé derrière, a demi-plié is performed tilting the upper body slightly forward. On the relevé, the body arches slightly back. The bend is increased, leaving the head front while the legs do pas de bourrée en dehors, the movement finishing erect. En dedans. Starting with the leg extended or attitude croisé devant, a demi-plié is performed tilting the upper body forward. On the relevé, the upper body arches back. This bend is increased, leaving the head front as the legs do pas de bourrée en dedans, finishing erect. Here a coupé into a grand rond de jambe en dehors on relevé is used as a preparation, finishing the renversé movement as before. En écarté. To begin the leg, extends écarté derrière and cuts coup de pied devant. The body bends forward and toward the working leg. A single turn with a back bend is performed on relevé en dedans, finishing écarté derrière. The allegro consists of quick and lively jumps, building from small simple steps to large, more complex jumps. Petit allegro refers to small jumps and connecting steps performed at a rapid tempo, sometimes terre à terre or close to the ground. Grand allegro is done at more moderate tempo and aims at the greatest possible elevation and suspension in the air. In all allegro, the dancer aims for the quality of ballon, or a smooth, continuous rising and falling motion of the feet.